This is Robert of Ride to Walk, where I ride for mobility. Just looking out at the soybeans, and we need some rain. I'm riding the H7 today, and I have a song that I wrote about what happened Sunday to start the video with, and then I can explain in more detail, but here I put it to song. It's a parachute. Yep, it was a parachute for me Sunday. I was headed to the Dogwood Trail for my first group ride, and well, I didn't make it. I made it about 14 miles the route that the van went. It took me a little over 16 to get back with the e-bike. I had the U8 with me. I took it because it was a little smaller than the H7 and easier to get into the van, and I didn't figure that many of the bikes would not have the power of a walkie, so the 20-mile-an-hour U8 was fine for that application, and it came in handy. I was pulling off the road. I'd already started to suspect trouble, and there's an off lane because there's a big school there, and I was in that off lane when it died and started smoking and thankfully it was downhill from there, and so I coasted right into a parking spot, having my first thought being, now what? I got a car behind me. My first thought being, now what? And then an instant realization that I have the e-bike with me, so I can still get home. And got the e-bike out, texted a friend, actually, and saw he had sent a text to me. I texted him and I said, my e-bike is a parachute. That's what it felt like. It was freeing to get me home. And I instantly thought, that has to be a song. That would make a great song. I had just written a song about my medical history. It's not as boring as that sounds, but anyway, I had written that, and I thought I have to write this, and it has to be like a 60s surf sound. It came out pretty good, I thought. There were several iterations that Suno gave me, and I liked this one because of it had a little bit of the tenseness in the background, but not too much, where the other ones were just like, because I wrote it positive, but the other ones were just like too joyful, because in the background, the van was done. That was its last ride. So that wasn't great. And so having a little bit of tenseness in the voice, I thought it picked it up pretty well and gave the victorious thought, though, of what happened. And so that's what happened. I rode home 16 miles, got my son, and when I picked up my son, we went, and we weren't sure what we were going to do. It did start up, but turned out the head was gone. I'm not a mechanic, but I know that, it was going to cost way more than the 97 van was worth putting into. It's at that point where I finally have to say enough is enough. For me, it had 21 years of service. So 21 from 03 to 06, actually 23, but was gone a year, 22, and has been a backup, basically a truck, very light use for the last decade, but it was there. And so that was the end of the van, but the e-bike came through, and I got home, and so I had a different adventure than was planned. I had first adventure group ride planned, ended up with a rescue mission of the driver being the ride. And actually, I don't know what the length of the Dogwood Trail was, but I don't imagine it was 16 miles really. I'm sure it was less than that. this light here is nice because there's a car. Most lights like this, you need, a car like that to get you through it. But since I just went through the county high school in junior high actually, and because it's that, they've made it very sensitive, and it will pick me up on this bike and turn the light usually almost immediately if there's no cars coming. So that is very, very nice. It is tax day right now, so for the procrastinators, they waited too long, that's over. But it is in the upper 70s right now, kind of breezy. It's really, really a very nice night. And yes, around here we can ride on sidewalks. I know a lot of places can't. Where we're at, their concern is safety. I've actually had police back up where they were sitting on the sidewalk several times actually, and they sitting there and I'm coming and they see me and they back up to let me go by. So I think all the policemen around here know the e-biker. I haven't actually talked to them, but they know of at least the e-biker with the retro helmet and all the safety gear. I always wear all my safety gear. Looks like we've got some baseball here tonight. I've got a truck behind me, so I'm trying to get past this group of cars to a little better place to let him pass. Just about when I was going to do it, there's a car coming the other way. Now he's got an opening. He can pass me. Got someone walking the dogs here. Hello. Book sale. So the library is having a book sale. I can't read it. Looks like maybe this weekend, if I was reading it correctly. I think it was 19th through something. Yes, this is a nice evening ride, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow. One thing I would like to do soon is have a night ride. I've never seen anyone actually I take that back. Mr. CD Driver does videos at night, but I've seen very few other night rides, and I think I plan on doing that sometime in the near future. For now, I'm going to call this a video.